Welcome back to PWTB. I'm here with Evan. Evan, how you doing?
I am doing great, Jake. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and I'm also here with Thomas. Thomas, how you doing?
The one and
I'm
only.
doing fine.
Oh,
Just chilling. Got to get everything done. We're just working on and getting this episode done. So we're here going to be talking about some stuff. Jake?
yeah.
Evan, I'm gonna throw it over to you.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. So something that I've been thinking about, obviously, it turns to March tomorrow. And 3 years ago, a lot really changed. A lot, kind of for me, especially. I was a senior in high school at the time, threw me way out of the blue. So we're just going to do kind of a topic of remembering the start of COVID. So I'm just going to go around. I will go to Thomas first. What was your story? What was your life at like the time when COVID was hitting?
I was a junior in high school. There was nothing really too exciting about it. I went to Arizona like a couple days before like all the lockdowns happened and all that. And a lot of people were not really panicking quite yet, but there was like some people panicking about the cruises that were going on at the time and all that, and they were going to sell. Like the stocks were plummeting way before that. And that was really a freaky moment. Then people took COVID really that seriously until like we started shutting down our schools. We were like,
Yeah, that's one to hit for me too. Jake, what was your story at the time?
So like Thomas, I was a junior in high school. I was actually playing baseball at the time, which I'll have a guest on later and we'll talk about that later. And basically the baseball season shut down, so I only got to play like 4 games that season. And my senior year was part of it too. I got to play. I didn't really play. I only played 1 game my senior year. So,
What'd you do? That's the important question on the game.
what do you mean?
What was your stat line?
Oh, in that 1 game?
Yes,
That was an exhibition game, so it didn't really matter.
but
I
it was
only
still
had
a
the one
stat
at
line
bat.
though. Okay,
I only
okay.
had the one at bat. I reached on a
wait,
catcher
why
and
only
finished.
one game?
Hmm?
Why only one game?
Oh, because I got after that 1 game and yeah,
Oh,
like
he's pretty
stop
much
playing.
Mariota, but in baseball. I get it.
Yeah.
So I'll save it. I kind of had a lot going on at the time, but just part of it. I was a senior in high school, like I said, on March 13th, like what Thomas said, when the schools closed, was when it really kind of started hitting for me because that's when Governor Tony Evers said that all Wisconsin public schools and charter and all that will close immediately. It will close for like 3 months. And I kind of had a lot going on at the time. I was with my buddy Noah. We were at a McDonald's after school closed, and all of it kind of came down at once because I had track going on. I had a job at Six Flags. I had to go for like a meeting after that. And all of it kind of came down at once with school and all that. That canceled. I'm like, all right, sweet. 3-week weekend. I'll take it. And we even had like my whole family, we gathered at my grandparents' house in Illinois, like 2 days after. I think it was a Sunday. And we were all kind of like just, talking, chilling. And we were like making like, like we were acting kind of like it was like not like the virus was a joke, but just kind of making jokes like, oh, what if they shut down everybody? What if
Yeah.
everyone has to stay inside for 2 weeks and we're not allowed to even go to the grocery stores and stuff like that? And what if like, we were just saying, what if, and like all the stuff that's closed. And little did we know, yeah, life was going to change real
Yeah.
quick for the next 2 years. So that was definitely. But I was going to ask, so Jake already kind of explained with the baseball what he ended up missing. Thomas, was there anything you ended up missing as a result of
My sanity, I would say that.
COVID? True.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
probably going to go to a spring break trip that got canceled. Probably was going to go to get a job, but obviously, the whole pandemic, I was like, and obviously, a couple months later, I got a job, so I was good on that. But no, it was just at the time, it was just hanging out, being normal. Then all of a sudden, we had 3 weeks off, apparently. But it was just different. Like I had a good feeling like we're not probably gonna come back in 3 weeks. There's like no way.
I didn't.
Yeah.
See, I did not feel that. I felt like, okay, well, it will all blow over. I've never heard of anything like this, but I probably should have. My teacher, I do remember one of my teachers, March 13th, is like, yeah, prom and all that. No, not happening. So he knew. So some people knew. I just didn't. But Jake, anyways, same question. You obviously you missed baseball. Did you miss much more? Or
Baseball was a big part of my life right then. A lot of what I missed. That's basically what I missed in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of the same thing for me with Thomas. I tried applying to Amazon like a month later in April, but then they had an outbreak. There was like 30 COVID cases. And back then, like obviously now it's like, okay, 30 people have the flu, right? Essentially. But back then it was like, oh my gosh, 30 people have COVID, this thing we've never heard of until a month ago. It's like, yeah, I'm not applying there.
Yeah, we're all like, oh God, there's a case. Then like
Right.
now we're like, oh, 500 cases, whatever.
Right. 500. It's essentially my reaction now is 500 people have the flu, but
I mean, I've gotten COVID like 3 to 4 times already.
I have 2021 Christmas. I had it really bad. Yeah. I had it at least 2 to 3 times.
I think I had it twice. I had one in 2021. I had it in 2022. And then maybe a week before November, I had COVID again.
Yeah. But I mean, I missed some good things, like some school things, because senior year I went to a charter school. We've explained this before, but we had to do we had like a big project coming up. We had like this huge community service project I was going to have to do. Of course, I'd love to do it, but like that would have been a lot of work. So I got out of both of those. I didn't have to do either of those. We only had to do so obviously in high school, we did quarters. So the third quarter, they just said, all right, any missing assignments you guys have, just complete those and then you're good. Fourth quarter was all extra credit. So literally in 3 months, I did like 2 assignments at home and then I graduated. Spent maybe like 30 minutes on that. But some of the bad things I missed was kind of like I had my my senior track season, which it is what it is. But I was in a relay that had a potential to go to state. Like there was guys from last year that made it, and I was going to be the next guy up. So that kind of sucked. And then also I was considering going to prom. I had someone who I was going to ask. I'm not going to name them right now.
Why don't you name them? Come on, let's go.
Let's not. Thomas knows this person. Let's just put it that way.
I know.
Yeah.
And if she's listening, if she's listening, I think you have a good idea who it is. I think you have an idea.
She knows. Yeah, she would know too. I'll say that, but I don't know if she's listening. So we'll put it that way.
Well, we're gonna get her to listen.
All right.
Okay, we'll get her to listen, definitely. But anyways, one more question. I'll go to Thomas again. What behaviors, if any, did you change because of the pandemic? Now that we're past it.
Okay, so are you trying to talk about like social distancing or masking or all that, or are you just saying in general?
Any of that, yeah, any of it.
I mean, personally, I only wore a mask when I was going inside and all that, like to stores and all that. Then, obviously, maybe in 2021, I was just like, even if they said mask, I was like, I didn't wear one, and they never said anything, personally, because like where I worked at, I worked at Kroger for like a year. We had mask mandates, but like when a customer would go in without a mask, we couldn't say anything. And customers would always get angry when someone was walking in the store without a mask. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Right. Yeah. Some people don't understand the power that regular employees have. But Jake, same question to you. Did you change any behaviors?
Not really. Not really. Anything that stands out. Not really.
Okay. I changed, not like masking and any of that. Yeah, I'm a mask freak. Thomas knows that. I wear my mask everywhere. I wear it inside when I go to sleep. That's what I do. No. The only behavior is probably with like shaking hands. Like I'll shake your hand, but like if I'm in a huge group setting, like say at church is what I think about. Maybe, and I've noticed a lot of other people too at my church aren't reaching to shake everybody's hand. Like they'll shake some people, but not everyone. And also kind of is just like water fountains. I've been like if I'm drinking a water fountain, I'll maybe like get a little rag and put, so I'm not touching it right away because they kind of have a lot of germs. But other than that, I mean, I'm not too. We're chilling. We're moving past the pandemic. But
yeah, I mean, aren't we still in it though? Technically,
I thought it ended.
Yes.
Seriously, I thought it ended when the travel mandate ended last April. Really?
I mean, President Biden did declare it over, but I'm just not going to go there.
I just laugh at how stupid that.
I mean,
how one person.
like it's gonna always be a thing. I think people should realize that it's always gonna be around in some shape or form. Like the Spanish flu was still there. The only thing is like if you look it up, it was kind of like technically disappeared. It technically did.
Yeah. I mean, that's the funny thing. Like one person can wave a wand and be like, even the president just be like, the pandemic's over. I declare it over. Now it's over. Like, it doesn't make much sense.
Definitely.